Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I guess I should say at first Happy New Year, but it's already February and I should have posted this video in January, but something's happened and I'm gonna maybe talk about it later on in later videos, but not in this one because it's kind of a different story. But yeah, as you can hear about the way I'm talking, most of the videos now are going to be in English. And I know it's kind of confusing when I say most of the videos, because I am planning more series of tea and poetry. And most of my poems just happen to be written in Latvian. Exactly. You're gonna hear more of my mother tongue. And yeah, so that's why I'm just not really into translating my poems so they could be in English, and then all of the videos could be in English, but I don't want that because I don't want some parts or some meanings from the poems got lost in translation. That's simple, just that. But yeah, January has been fun and sad and fun again and still sad, but there are some new videos and some stuff that I'm happy to share with you. But yeah, most of them are going to be in English. Poems in Latvian, some maybe other stuff also in Latvian, maybe something, but most of it in English. But yeah, let's talk about this Niffler clock that I made. The idea of the clock as a canvas already have been sitting in my mind for quite some time now, and I ordered some clock parts and I bought some canvas, but I really didn't had any idea of what to draw. And then my friend's birthday party was coming up and I had to think of something to give her as a present. And since I knew that she liked Harry Potter and Fantastic Beasts, I thought that I should draw one of the creatures. But the problem was of thinking of which one, because there's so many of them, like a lot. The ones of you who also has written all the books and seen all movies, you know what I'm talking about. And yeah, since when we went watching the first Fantastic Beasts movie, we were kind of hung up about the Niffler. Like, he's so cute and he's stealing things from people. I was like, yeah, let's draw a Niffler. And the only problem was to think of the position that I wanted to draw him. How I wanted to him, I don't know, run, crawl, stand, sit. Since there wasn't so many of reference photos or something, that I should scroll the whole Pinterest and Google to find at least some pictures from movie and think of how I wanted to draw him. Him or her, who knows, right? And yeah, and the most tricky part, I guess, was to making a hole for the clock to be sticking out and not damaging canvas, because it's kind of a canvas that is on a cardboard, so it was kind of tough to make the hole. So I guess I should think about some easiest way how to do it. I kind of did it with what I had, some tools and scissors and I don't know, some things that me as a blonde person, or at least with some blonde strings of brain, would use. But yeah, have to think about a better solution how to make it if I want to make some clocks in the future, right? And I chose to draw with watercolors because I didn't had the time to really experiment with oils, because I actually haven't painted much with oils lately or at all, so figuring the whole media out in such a short of time in a hurry, I kind of wasn't up for that. So I tried to stick with what I had and what I knew with watercolors. And some other parts that I kind of struggled with was the background, because it was kind of too light for me, and then I thought that no, I'm gonna make it darker, like it looks like a cave surrounded by his treasures, his coins and things he has collected, not steal, let's say just didn't steal, he collected all these precious things that he has surrounding him, like some jewelry and coins and diamonds and rubies, and crown was one of also the hard parts. I know, I guess at the moment it seems like everything to this point has been the hard part, or at least something that I've been struggling with. But as I told before, and it was a present, so I wanted to be good, to not to make a mistake, you know? And then I was trying to create these like stalactites from the ceiling and some more detail in front of him or her. If you know if this Niffler is he or she, please let me know. I'm kind of confused. It actually would have made more sense if the Niffler would be a she. So yeah, if you know the answer, let me know in the comment section. Let's get back to the drawing. And I was also kind of again struggling with everything being gold around him. The most difficult, I guess, for me was diamonds and crown. Oh, crown, don't get me started. I wasn't even thinking that I might finish it, and at one point I was starting to think that maybe I should cover it up and forget about it. And that's why, because I was so struggling with the background, kind of left the Niffler being as the last thing for me to draw. And that kind of part wasn't that hard, I guess. Since I had printed out some reference photos from both movies, I got better look at its fur and other details. But since the watercolors themselves couldn't give me the layers of black that I wanted, I used black water-based marker that helped, and white gel pen for the fur on its head. I also find helpful to look at the pictures of echidna. It's a small animal in Australia that kind of looks like a real-life Niffler. And the last thing I had to do, I had to glue on some little stones that are usually used for decorating nails and greeting cards. But I thought it would look good as some necklaces and bracelets around its paws and the tail, and it would also give a nice 3D effect. Overall, this look took me about a week to finish, because I was only drawing after work and only about up to 2 hours a day maybe. But in the end, I think it turned out to be good, so I'm happy about the result. There are things that I'm gonna do differently next time, but as far for this clock, it has already been given to its new owner, and I hope it serves well. Overall, I think I talked about everything I wanted to talk about you today, guys, so thank you so much for watching the video, and I hope you watched it until the end to see the end result and how the clock turned out. Also, if you want to see more videos like this with more clocks, hit the like button and write in the comment section below if you think the Niffler is he or she, because I think it would make more sense if it's a female, because you know, addiction to the all sparkly and the gold stuff, and 4 little Nifflers in the next movie. So yeah, write in the comment section below if you think it's a he or she. And again, thank you so much for watching, and before you leave, please, if you haven't done this yet, click the subscribe button to support this channel and for a chance to see more art related videos in the future. Have a nice weekend and see you next week. Bye!